Imagine this, it's 3:17 a.m. The house is dead silent except for the low hum of the refrigerator and the sound of your own heartbeat pounding in your ears. Everyone else is asleep. Everyone else gave up months ago. Your friends stopped asking how the business is going. Your family quietly changed the subject at dinner. Even your phone stopped buzzing with good luck texts. You're sitting at a cheap folding table that wobbles when you lean on it. There's a single lamp burning, throwing a weak circle of light over scattered papers, unpaid bills, half-written dreams, and a laptop screen that keeps blinking, battery low, like it's mocking you too. Your eyes burn. Your bank account is a joke. And somewhere in the back of your mind, a voice that sounds exactly like every person who ever doubted you whispers, "Just quit. Nobody would blame you. This was crazy anyway." That voice feels logical. It feels kind. It feels like relief, and in that moment, the distance between quitting and continuing feels like the distance between life and death. Most people quit right there. 0.9% of the world pulls the plug in that exact chair, in that exact silence. They A. Close the laptop, turn off the lamp, crawl into bed and tell themselves tomorrow will hurt less. But here's the secret the winners know that nobody else does. That silence. That unbearable, soul-crushing silence when the cheering stops and the crowd disappears. That is not the end. That is the beginning. That is the sacred ground where legends are forged. That is the exact place where winners are separated from everyone else forever. Because winners don't quit when it gets hard. Winners quit quitting. And tonight, right now, I need you to understand something with every cell in your body. The fact that you're still sitting in that chair, still staring at that screen, still refusing to close the lid on your dream, that means you're already different. You're already one of them. You just haven't seen the proof yet. Hold on to that. We're going on a journey together. 5 segments, 5 truths. By the end of this, that voice telling you to quit will sound ridiculous, and the voice telling you to keep going will be the only one left. Let's begin. Let me take you into the valley. Every single person who ever did anything great walked through this valley. It has different names: rock bottom, the dip, the dark night of the soul, the mess in the middle. Seth Godin calls it the dip. Navy SEAL training calls it Hell Week. Entrepreneurs call it the trough of sorrow. Whatever you call it, it's the stretch where the excitement is gone, the results aren't here yet, and the pain is constant. This is where J.K. Rowling was when 12 publishers rejected Harry Potter and she was so broke she was writing on napkins in a cafe because she couldn't afford paper. This is where Kobe Bryant was when he airballed 4 straight shots in the playoffs as a rookie and the entire arena booed him. This is where Elon Musk was when 2 of his first 3 SpaceX rockets exploded and he was days away from personal bankruptcy. And this is where you are right now. Here's what happens in the valley. Your brain starts bargaining. It says, if I quit now, I can save face. I can get a normal job. I can stop disappointing people. I can finally sleep. And quitting starts to feel noble, mature, responsible. That's the trap. Quitting never feels like quitting in the moment. It feels like mercy. It feels like wisdom. It feels like the moment you finally come to your senses. But winners know the truth. The valley is not a sign that you chose the wrong dream. The valley is the tuition you pay to earn the dream. Listen to me carefully. Every single person who ever accomplished something worth remembering wanted to quit in the valley, every single one. The difference is they didn't romanticize quitting. They treated it like the coward's way out, which it is. I want you to tattoo this on the inside of your eyelids. Quitting is permanent. Struggling is temporary. The pain of discipline weighs ounces. The pain of regret weighs tons. I had a friend who trained for the Ironman triathlon. 4-mile swim, 112-mile bike, 26.2-mile run. He told me during mile 18 of the marathon, his legs stopped working. He was cramping so badly. He fell over on the side of the road. People were passing him. Some stopped to check if he was okay. He looked up at the sky and said out loud, "I'm done. I'm quitting." Then he heard a voice behind him. An older woman, probably 65, running with a limp, looked down and said, "Honey, the only way you fail today is if you don't finish. Everything else is just noise." He stood up, He finished, dead last, hours after the cutoff, but he finished, and 10 years later he still cries when he tells that story. The valley is real, but the valley is also a liar, and winners don't negotiate with liars. Here's the part nobody talks about. When everyone else quits, something magical happens. The universe clears the field for you. Think about it. When the gym is packed on January 2nd, it's loud, crowded, impossible to get a rack. By February 14th, it's a ghost town. All the machines are open, the energy is calm. Progress explodes, same with every dream. When the trend chasers, the hype riders, the "I'll try it for 90 days" crowd all bail. The competition disappears, the noise disappears, the pressure disappears, and suddenly you have space. You have silence. You have the most valuable currency on earth, uninterrupted time. This is what winners do when everyone else quits. They smile, because they know the game just got easy. I want you to picture a gold rush town in 1850. Thousands show up, pan for a few weeks, find nothing, leave. But the ones who stay discover that after the crowd leaves, the riverbeds are untouched. The real gold was never in the first shallow scrape. The real gold was 6 inches deeper, where nobody else was willing to dig. That's your life right now. Everyone else went back to the surface. You're still digging, and you're inches away. Let me prove it to you with real numbers. Did you know that most businesses that succeed do so between year 7 and year 10? Not year 1, not year 2. Year 7-10. That means the owners went through roughly 2,500 days when quitting would have felt completely justified, and 500 mornings when the easier choice was to shut it down. But they kept going. And on day 2501, everything changed. Your day 2501 is coming. I don't know the exact date, but I know it's coming. And the only thing that can stop it is you quitting before you get there. When everyone else quits, winners get 3 superpowers. Space to compound freedom from comparison. The undeniable proof that they are built different. And that third one. That's the one that changes everything. Because once you prove to yourself that you don't quit when it's hard, you become unstoppable. You stop fearing the next valley. You start welcoming it. Because you know what's waiting on the other side. Now let's get extremely practical, because inspiration without execution is just entertainment. Here are the 5 daily practices that every single winner I've ever studied has in common when they're in the valley, and everyone else is quitting. Practice number 1. They protect the first hour of the day like it's Fort Knox. No phone, no news, no email. They spend the first 60 minutes feeding their mind and body before the world has a chance to poison it. Workout, meditation, journaling, reading, prayer, whatever fuels them. They know if they win the morning, they win the day. And days stack into destinies. Practice number 2. They shrink the goal until it's stupidly small. When everything feels impossible, winners don't try to crush it. They ask, what is the smallest possible action I can take right now that moves me forward? Write 1 sentence, do 1 push-up, make 1 sales call. Send 1 email. Momentum is not born from massive action. It's born from ridiculous consistency on tiny actions. Practice number 3. They talk to themselves like a friend, not an enemy. Losers beat themselves up. I'm so lazy. I'm such a failure. Why can't I get it together? Winners talk like a coach who believes in them. This is hard. That's okay. Hard doesn't mean wrong. I'm still in the game. I'm proud I showed up today. The voice in your head is either your biggest ally or your worst saboteur. Choose practice number 4. They collect proof instead of waiting for permission. Winners keep what I call a victory log. Every night they write down 3 things they did that day that a quitter would not have done. Showed up when I didn't feel like it. Sent the scary email. Studied when Netflix was easier. Over time, this log becomes undeniable evidence that you are becoming a different human being. And evidence kills doubt. Practice number 5. They schedule suffering on purpose. This one sounds crazy, but it's the ultimate cheat code. Winners intentionally do hard things when they don't have to. Cold showers, 5 a.m. runs, 30-day challenges, because it reminds them they are in control of their discomfort. When the unavoidable suffering, if the dream shows up, they've already built the muscle to laugh at it. Do these 5 things every single day for 90 days, and I promise you something wild. Quitting will no longer be an option. It will feel alien, like a language you used to speak but forgot. Close your eyes with me for a second. I want you to fast forward. It's 5 years from today. You didn't quit. You kept going when it made no sense. You cried in your car. You rewrote the business plan 16 times. You took the side job to pay rent. You trained when your body begged you to stop. You posted the video nobody watched for 2 straight years, and then one day, it happened. The thing you dreamed about when everyone else laughed. It happened. Maybe you walked across the stage to get the degree. Maybe the book hit the bestseller list. Maybe the business crossed 1 million in revenue. Maybe you stood on the podium with the medal around your neck. Maybe you just looked in the mirror and finally recognized the person staring back. And in that moment, something strange happens. You don't feel like celebrating as much as you thought you would. You don't feel like posting it on Instagram right away. You just feel quiet. Because you realize the victory wasn't the finish line. The victory was every single day you chose not to quit, when quitting would have been easier, and you'll cry. Not because you won, but because you remember the nights you almost didn't make it. You remember the 3:17 a.m. silence. You remember the voice that told you to give up, and you'll whisper to yourself, "Thank you for not listening." That moment, that quiet, holy moment, is waiting for you. I've seen it on too many faces to count. The entrepreneur who finally went full-time. The single mom who got her nursing degree at 44. The kid from the wrong side of town who just signed his first pro contract. Same tears, same whisper. Your future self is begging you right now, don't rob me of that moment. Don't make me someone who almost did it. Don't let comfort today steal greatness tomorrow, because here's the final truth. The pain of staying is brutal, but the pain of wondering, what if I hadn't quit? That pain is eternal. So I'm going to ask you to do one thing right now, wherever you are, car, bedroom, gym, office, stand up. Put your hand over your heart and make a promise out loud. Say it like you mean it. Say, I will not quit on myself. Not today, not tomorrow, not when it's hard, not when nobody's watching. I was born for this, and I'm going all the way. Say it until you feel it in your bones. Say it until the tears come. Say it until quitting feels impossible. Because this is what winners do when everyone else quits. They make a decision so fierce that quitting is no longer on the table. Your story is not over. It's just getting good. Now turn off this video, close the laptop, and go do the thing they said you couldn't. I'll see you at the finish line, and when you get there, I want you to remember my name. Because I believed in you when you almost didn't. You've got this, and you're not alone. Now go. The world is waiting for the version of you that refused to quit.